Hey, we always live Elvis.
Teresa.
Hey everybody, we're back. Not even go. Y'all already know the same old, same old.
Well, tell them what happened today.
Yeah, the same old, same old. We're gonna get y'all a video out tonight.
Today's terrible.
Same old all week. Just minor things here and there. And then let me just start off and just tell y'all. We went over to Teresa's daddy this morning, and I'm gonna cut a little grass. I did. I cut some grass and slung a rock and busted the back driver's side window out of our Jeep. So we've been running around with that new air conditioner, that 160. One window broke out and 60 mile an hour.
But we are getting it replaced tomorrow.
Yeah, we're getting it fixed tomorrow. But
in the morning, something else. Our air conditioner went out again.
Yeah, last night had the guy come over and fixed it again today. Y'all, it's just like I said. I can't give you an explanation. I think you already know. It's just been a wild week and a half. Let's just say that. Today, I wish I'd just stayed in bed, but we can't do that. One more quick thing before we get started. We got some more great questions, and then Teresa's going to get into some birthdays and prayers before we start that. But the answer to my question, most of y'all got it right. So y'all have been watching videos and paying attention, and I appreciate that. About the lights going out up there, yes. We tinkled on a few, and when they were hot, they'd pop. I know, I mean...
Boys will be boys.
It was just...
It's a boy thing.
It was just fun at the time.
Yeah. Okay, you want to start with, you want me to do birthdays and prayers?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Prayers for Coy. And we have two happy heavenly birthdays to Susie and Mark Taylor's brother. Now, happy birthday to Ginger Martin, Jeremy Phillips, Chris Duncan, Linda Reese, Tish Henley. What did you put at the end of that?
Tish Henley Kirk.
Oh, okay. Right, I can't read your writing. And Ann Margaret.
Happy birthday, everybody, for the April birthdays. Y'all, we're getting real close. Yeah. May 1st is the drawing. We appreciate everybody, all the entries we've been getting. You still have a couple days to possibly get them in.
So some people were asking what that was. So about 6 weeks ago, we announced a drawing that we would have for MMK merch, like different stickers and stuff like that you had to mail in a postcard or an index card with your name and mailing address, and we would do the drawing on the 1st. So there's only a couple more days left. So whatever comes in within the next couple of days.
Right. But don't worry, if you don't get in this one.
We'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, we're going to do it again. Yeah. We're going to try to do it a couple times over the summer and into, early fall. Yeah. So you'll have plenty of time. All right, Teresa, let's get off with some questions. Right. Miss each and every one of y'all, though.
Yes. I don't know what to shut down on me. Okay, first question. Do you think this is from Marlene Pearson. Do you think the attempt to steal Elvis's body from the cemetery was staged so Vernon could have Elvis and Gladys move to Gracland?
I do not. During that time, and from what I understood, it was a real deal. That's, from what I understand, brought about them getting the license and stuff to have them move to Graceland, so it would be no, I guess you would call it grave tampering, body tampering, or whatever you call that. I mean, I don't know why somebody would think, I do and don't, if you know what I mean. But no, I don't think it was staged at all.
Okay. From Rosez 70. Did you ever hang out on Beale Street when you were younger? And do you ever go now when you're in Memphis?
I'll answer the first part first. We did. We have been, but it wasn't a thing that we just went like every weekend or every here and there. When we were younger, me and Joey has gone a lot. I say a lot. I just not a lot, but we went a few times, and
like when you were a teenager.
Been with friends. No, in my 20s, adult. I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever went in my teens. I was already 21. I was past 21 because that was drinking age at the time, and I drank. So I never did go to Beale Street until then. But, through my 20s and 30s, I, went a few times. Just wasn't, I mean, it was okay. It's just, I never was really into that kind of thing. And then, of course, me and Teresa, we've been married. So it's been 25, 30 years or longer. Because me and Teresa's been married 20 years, and we've talked about it. Neither one of us, we don't even want to go. So
almost 20 years.
There you have it. Yeah, 19 years. Well, we've been together 20.
It feels like 20 years.
We have been together 20, though.
Yes.
That's what I meant. So.
Yes. Okay, from Jane Anderson. Did any member of the Memphis Mafia try to make the moves on your mom?
Not that I'm aware of, and believe me, I think they'd know better on that one.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I don't mean from Daddy. I mean, Mama would. It's just something you don't do. One is you don't piss her off. I'm just putting it like it is. But no, all that group, like I said, pretty much, and their wives, even from early on, were friends. My mama and Priscilla, and Jerry's wife, Joe's wife, all of them throughout the years, and I mean they were all, did they got along, and some of them were closer than other ones. I will say that, but none of them. As far as I know, had any disagreements. But, hey, maybe a good question to ask Mom and Daddy on EFM on that one.
All right, from Betsy Ross. Are you going to read and comment on Priscilla Presleys' new book?
Well, that one, Teresa needs to answer because I'm
not going to buy it.
We've explained.
Maybe if it's at the library, I might check it out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
well,
buy
what
it.
I meant though is we've explained before, and I'm serious. Teresa, that's how I read. I don't read. If I read, I get a headache. It just aggravates me. So
I think maybe if we have enough interest, if enough people say in the comments, they'd like us to do it, we may do it. But I'm gonna wait till the library can.
If
it does.
If y'all are asking about our comments on it or what we thought, I'm sure we'll Teresa will read it to me, and we'll do I guess review or whatever. Outside that, I mean, I can live with it or live without it. To be honest with you,
So,
I mean, over the years, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going.
Okay, from Horse Woman, is Gracland haunted?
I don't know if haunted is the word. We've talked about before. I guess it would depend on what your beliefs are. Is there a presence or a spirit or whatever you may call it? Sure, I believe there is. I think there was somewhat, like I said, when we were there at times, that, a lot of us do it at our own homes and stuff. You have, Grayson was no exception. I mean, but it could have been anything. But like I said, it depends on what you believe in. Now, after we left there and Elvis was gone, and yeah, I do, because and I know my mom and dad has talked about it in their events, and they may have on the videos or they may going to, but there was signs and stuff, and that was one of the reasons Daddy and Mama had to leave Gracland. So yeah, I think there's something there. Now whether I'd call it haunted or not, it just depends on what you would call haunted. But
all right,
definitely something.
Debbie Derlick wants to know if I'll post pictures of you when you were young. Yeah, I've got some on my laptop. I'll put them at the end of this video.
No, we're not posting no young pictures.
Yeah,
no.
I'll post some young pictures.
Playing.
Okay.
She'll post them.
Francis Dixon. Danny, did you guys have Easter egg hunts at Gracland?
In California and stuff, when we were little, we may have at Gracland. No, we were on up, and during that time, most of the time, Lisa hadn't come. She wasn't out of school yet. So, and if she did, we just never did. We always did a little something out, out at our trailer. But like I said, most time we were kind of past the age of that. Now I still wanted my Easter basket.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you can't tell me.
I mean, Tracy can still tell you. I still, I get a little upset at Mom and them now that I don't get a little Easter bag or something. I mean, but I'm just saying.
You're a little too old.
I mean, come to think of it, y'all need to get on. Teresa, she could fix me up a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when the Easter candy gets low enough in percentage
I
I'll buy it.
I like them peanut butter cups and Three Musketeers.
Okay, last question is from Melissa Fletcher, and she wants to know, did Elvis ever teach you any of his karate moves?
I wouldn't say teach. He showed or demonstrated at times, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. And just like I know he did the time I was in the kitchen, and he kind of got into the position and then, kicked by my face like I told y'all. But when he would do a move or something, I was so fascinated at just looking at him.
Were you ever interested in lessons when you were a kid?
I never was. We had a lifetime.
But I
with
mean,
King
were
Ring.
you interested in actually going and learning it?
No.
No.
Wasn't. And we've talked about that. It wasn't my thing. Yeah. But I'm sitting here and thoughts of y'all. Yeah, it's working. A lot of times when Elvis was down and around, it was hard to remember some of the things. And some of them I can. Some of the things he said for just right off for just like I said, I mean, you was in the same room with him. It was just out of this world. It just there's no way to explain it. But yeah, he did. He would get into some, I don't know what positions or moves and stuff at times. Not all, not a lot, but here and there, yeah. He'd mess around.
It's nice to see you so calm. I was going to share with everybody. Me and his mama went thrifting Saturday all day, and I found something that really helps me out. It is my Danny tuner, as you can see. It's been used a bit. And
let me see it.
Doesn't he act nicer?
No, I want him to see it. I want him to see it.
They can see it. Darn. There it is. My Danny tuner, and I have to say, it's pretty effective because you have just been calm today.
No, I've been in shock today because I busted the window out of the car. But
okay.
Anyway, hey, look, y'all, I know I gone for a few days. We're trying to fix that. Hope y'all didn't just totally give up on us.
No.
Well, I see the comments though, and I know the majority of you hadn't, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you standing by and support. Unfortunately, we all know how life's little deals does us, but I hope each and every one of y'all are having have had a good weekend. We did. Like I said, we was at Mom and Daddy's, and that your week started off much better than mine.
And those in the Midwestern states, they've been affected by these bad storms. So we're keeping y'all in our prayers, and hopefully they'll move on out of the way.
Yes. Hey, y'all, please keep sending your questions in. We love them. Don't forget about Mom and Daddy's event. Danielle posted the other day. There's a little bit of seating left, so if you hadn't got it, get it if you can. We'd love to see you and spend some time with you. Those of you that's been knows, and we always have fun and have a good time. Y'all, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll see you next video. Remember, we always live Elvis.